you and I are going to explore the madness that has overwhelmed this beautiful, wonderful planet of ours. Recently, I read about how the magnetic poles might be about to flip. That magnetic north might be about to flip to magnetic south. This happens apparently, every 780,000 years or so. According to astronomy.com, something odd is happening to Earth's magnetic field. Over the last 200 years, it's been slowly weakening and shifting from the Canadian Arctic towards Siberia. Could we be on the brink of a geomagnetic reversal in which the poles swap places? Well, I don't know about the magnetic poles, but over the last few decades, our cultural poles have certainly flipped, and our moral compasses, in my opinion, appear to have gone berserk. It's hard to think of a better metaphor than the flipping poles for the way our entire world has turned upside down and inside out. Boy is now girl, man is now woman, and woman is who knows what.
Department of Health. Definition of a man, definition of a woman. Anyone?
It's pretty basic.
Basic stuff. Professor Murphy.
I think there are a variety of definitions, and I think
just a simple one.
Perhaps to give a more fulsome answer, we should take that on notice.
You're going to take on notice the question of what a woman is.
No, well, there are a variety. It's a very contested space at the moment, Senator.
It's not just a woman who's born a woman.
But there are definitions in terms of how people identify themselves.
You provide a definition for the word woman.
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a
The
biologist.
meaning of the word.
What a joke. But it gets worse. The world of weather and the world of resources have now flipped their magnetic poles as well. Abundant energy that we used to have is now scarce and expensive energy. Thanks to climate change, even the rain that falls won't fill our rivers or dams is now. Thanks to climate change, it's never going to stop raining and flooding. Catastrophic global warming is now defined by any change in the weather whatsoever. The magnetic poles of morality have now flipped so that good is now bad, bad is now good. Exposing young children to overt sexualization is now good for them, apparently. And in this topsy-turvy world, school kids are not only told they can be whatever gender they so choose, they are also encouraged to judge their classmates not by their character, but by their ancestors' racial and genetic makeup. A new breed of vile racists now stalks the corridors of our schools, universities, bureaucracies, and corporations, vilifying, denigrating, and treating as subhuman individuals because of the colour of their skin, white. Those extraordinary, brave people who brought industrial technology, modern legal systems, healthcare, prosperity, advanced civilization to societies and cultures that had never experienced them before are now denounced as evil and criminal. Statues of gallant men and the reputations of strong and proud women who are moral giants are being torn down by the spiteful pygmies of woke culture, by people not worth 1/100th of those they are attacking. In this world of freedom and democracy, a new tyranny stalks the earth, the tyranny of technocrats and bureaucracies and the preening political and media classes. The same people who so piously denounce the insidious slave trades of the past themselves are hell-bent on enslaving the children of today in the shackles and chains of woke virtue signalling. So, repeat after me. Men are men and women are women. If you deny that fundamental, basic, existential truth, you have abandoned all reason. Yes, of course, I only wish the best for every individual, and if you would rather live as a woman than a man, or then as a man than a woman, I will accommodate your wishes out of courtesy, decency, and goodwill, just like any normal person would. I will use whatever language or pronouns make you comfortable and happy, if I happen to remember to. And I will treat you with dignity and respect, because that is how we should all treat each other. But I will not sit quietly by as people's lives and careers are destroyed by hysterical lynch mobs agitating about which pronoun so-and-so did or didn't use, or parents' lives being turned upside down by simply for expressing legitimate concerns over who can or cannot access their daughters' toilets, changing rooms and sports fields. I will not tolerate, and nor should any of us, the insidious Stasi-like practice of cancel culture just to satisfy the preening narcissism of a militant activist crowd. If you are a transgender woman or a transgender man, I totally respect your decision to live as you choose. But I will choose to like you, or I will choose to dislike you, based solely on the quality of your character. And your sense of humour, obviously. That's the clincher, as far as I'm concerned.